everyone, welcome to IvyProSchool and welcome to our Power BI series. So today we are going to discuss about a scenario based interview question which was asked in one of the Fortune 500 companies. So the interviewer basically gave a very small data set which basically consisted of, let's see, two columns, year and sales. So we have 3 years and sales data for each of the years. Now basically the interviewer asked the candidate to create a graph, and in that graph basically create a dynamic title using a DAX measure. So today we are going to see how we can usually create a DAX measure to create a dynamic title. Okay. So let's first use a clustered column chart. Let's bring it in here. And let's bring year in axis, and in y-axis let's put in cells. So let's make some formatting. So let's make it a little decluttering is done, needed, and let's remove this. Need the y-axis, and let's name it as total sales by years. Okay. Let's make it a little bigger font and let's bring it in the middle. Okay. Now let's bring in a filter so that I can create a filter for year, and let's change the filter settings to vertical. Okay, so now I have a filter for 3 years and a visual. So once I click on 2019, it shows total sales by years 2019. Similarly for 2020, when we click on 2020, and when we click on 2021, it shows the same title. But let's see how we can make this title as dynamic. Okay, so that once we click on any of the years, it would show total sales by 2019 or total sales in 2020, like that. So to create a dynamic title, let's use a DAX measure. So let's go to create new measure. Let's name it as dynamic title. And we would use concatenate function and another function to make this title dynamic. Let's write, open double quotes, total sales in. Let's put concatenate, and let's use the function selected value. So selected value basically returns the value when there is only one value in the specified column. Otherwise returns the alternate result. So in this case, we will select year, close the bracket, press enter. Right now, we do not see any changes. So now let's click on the graph, go to the formatting option. Let's click on title. On title, let's go to conditional formatting. So in this particular formatting area, what field should we base this on? Let's base this on the dynamic measure that we have created. Dynamic title. Once we click OK, now let's see how the title has become dynamic. So let me select 2019. You can see now the title has become dynamic. So once we click on 2019, it shows 2000 total sales in 2019. Once we click on 2020, it shows total sales in 2020. Once we click on 2021, it shows total sales in 2021. But our work doesn't finish here. We still have some more changes to be done in the DAX measure. Once we unselect 2021, now if you see in the title total sales in, the title becomes dynamic, but it becomes a little absurd as per the graph. So once we do not select any of the years in filter, it should typically show as the title as total sales in all the years. So how do we make the change in the DAX measure? Let's go in. Go to dynamic title measure. In this particular selected value, I have selected one argument earlier. Now let's put a comma. Let's open double quotes and put in this. Okay, now select enter. Now if we select it, if we do not select any of the years, it will show total cells in all the years. If we select 2019, it shows 2019. If we select 2020, it shows 2020. And if we select 2021, it should show total cells in 2021. If we do not select any of the years in filter, it should simply show as in the graph total cells in all the years, and you can see 3 column mentioning the 3 years and the cells. Hope you have liked this video. Thank you.